Hello fellow duelists and collectors. Today I'm going to be showing you the inside of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Vault safe or area of keep. And we'll be going over it a little bit. Alright. This is just a clear view for everyone to see. There's a lot of stuff, so I will go through it as quickly as possible. Aside from that, there's an extra duel board over here. And then there's also a friend's collection of cards chilling here that I organized. Alright. That should give you a pretty decent view. Here we have majority of the decks that I've built, which I could go over, but that would take a long time. If you watch my videos, you'll see which ones I'm talking about. And then along with decks, well, there's two more decks. This one's a standard cyber deck that came out recently. And then there's a Blackwing Lightsworn basic or budget deck that I created as well. That I don't have a video for yet, but will be up soon. Alright, so that's it for the decks. Now, with every set of decks, you need deck boxes. The first one, the coolest one, I think is this one, which holds 3 decks and then extra pieces for decks that you could use. And other boxes I have are the magnetic 5Ds, the double Ultra Pro dual box, 2 singular deck boxes, another different, not Ultra Pro deck box. And then there are these 2 watch containers, which I don't think you could see very well, but 2 watch containers that work out pretty well for deck boxes. And then there's the binder of decks, which is a whole other category. All right. After all of that stuff, we'll get into, well, obviously I have these for when I'm mailing out cards that I sell online. Alright, next there is what we hold the deck boxes and decks in. Sorry about that. Oh gosh. The backpacks. Now, the backpacks are color coordinated, pretty awesome though, I think. And I have different uses for each one. So the red one is for tournament use generally, and the white one is for trading. So these, for some of us extra nerds out there, are just fingerless gloves for dueling. And each backpack has one of the playmats I have in it. So the red one is in the red backpack, which you'll see in my earliest videos. And then in the white backpack, as you may have guessed with the color coordination, is the white one, which will be in some of my still early but later than the original videos. That's the backpacks. And then there's, well, I mean, if you're a true Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you have the movies, which I've been watching this one recently since I've seen the other 2 so much. Thought I'd watch the newer one again. Aside from those, there's all of the binders, which there are a lot of. So there's the deck building binder, the spell and trap binder, the master collection binder, the trade binder, and the spare extra random whatever binder. Oh, and then the good spell and trap binder, which I should have videos on all these. I don't know if I have a video on this one, but forget about it, it's no big deal. And then, let me just get these out of the way. Well, just to show you elsewhere otherwise. There's this dual mat, which is a spare for more home use, just fun with friends. And then other than dual mats, there is my super cool 5D's dual disc, which, if you know about it, you know can go together, be complete as one, which is super cool. Not that I'd ever really use it, but it's more of a collector's item. And then there are the homemade dual platforms. So this one is sort of a replicated version of this one, which you could probably see. And then a simplistic one right here, which these are just made out of cardboard, so they're really easy to make and totally destructible, expendable. You don't need to keep them. This one's a more complicated one, but I think it's cool for 2 players. That one needs a substantially larger piece of cardboard though. And then there's, oh, I didn't show you this binder, but that's another binder I have that I just haven't used for anything recently. I used to use it, but it's been empty for a while. After that, we'll go into the big lot of spares, which I would recommend doing this if you have a hell of a lot of cards. You have something to keep them in that subdivides them. So I have a big box to keep them in with miniature boxes to subdivide them. So like this one just has card protectors to use for sales. This one is just other card games and stuff. This is just a bunch of extras. This is extras, this is extras, and then this is, oh gosh. Well, it's not supposed to look like that, but that's some homemade decks that are for very basic players, very beginner. So that's that. And then there's the tins. There's the Dragon Roller tins, the Mega tins, the 5D's Ancient Fairy Dragon somehow is the only one I still have, not Stardust, which is surprising, and this, Illuminite. Then there's the miniature tins, and then there's the random tin, which has nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! And finally there's Yugi's Legendary Decks, not a tin, but a container nonetheless, which I think is really cool. Okay. I really don't have a hell of a lot of space. Last but not least, the homemade memorabilia. The custom shoes with Dark-Armed and Blackwing Dragon. Oh, Dark-Armed and Blackwing Armor Master. And the hat with Blackwing Dragon. As you can tell, these are pretty old because I made them around the time when Blackwings were popular and second only to Lightsworns. And then this is an extra either dual box or card sleeve carrier, which I'm using it for card sleeves, just extra top loaders because I have a crap load. And then I collect the pack plastic for random packs. I didn't start doing it until relatively recently, so sadly don't have a lot, but it should be a lot more. But that's pretty much it for all of my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I don't think there's anything I'm leaving out. I mean, we could delve into this binder. I already have a video on it though. An extra Sour Punch box. These are full of Spill and Trap cards, and below them is a plastic crate full of monster cards. And that is going to do it, I think. That all fits down here. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Later.